Hello, hi, welcome to What in the Raid. Okay, so I mentioned the other day that I was going to be chasing the new Ogren Tribe's support legendary, Khamir Scald-Eye. So we're a couple of days into this event. Obviously you're watching this a little bit later, so I just want to keep you informed of where we are. In terms of actual fragments pulled so far, we're on 20. We've done 5 fragments from the Gear Hunters event, 5 more from the Dragon tournament, and 10 more from this Champion training tournament. I am pretty close to grabbing 5 fragments from this first Classic Arena takedown, and this Summon Rush event just started today. So let's have a quick look at that. So with the Summon Rush, this is not about the hero that you pull, it is all about spending those shards. And as you can see, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4 separate chances to get some fragments for a total of 20. My aim is to get all of them. I'm not 100% committed yet. I'll see how the actual spending goes, but there is a feast available, as well as a couple of rank 5 chickens and legendary skill tome. I mean, I haven't got any mythics yet. I'm nowhere near to receiving any mercy from the mercy gods. So really, the most exciting thing, other than the shards themselves, is this feast that I might or might not be chasing. I'll let you know. Let's have a quick look at my shard cache. So I've got just over 2,000 mystery, just over 100 ancient, 43 void, 12 primal, with another one coming soon, and 18 sacred shards. Now, I've got to be quite careful. I don't want to blow all of this in one event. This is not a champion chase, however, there is one scheduled for the current fusion, and when that happens, I've got plenty of heroes here that would certainly add some seriously good points, and maybe I'll be able to pull Quintus as well. It all depends on how Live Arena treats me over the next couple of days, but I am pretty close, so I'm pretty confident I'll be able to add him for the extra little pointies. First things first, guys, I am going to spend 3/4 of my mystery shards. That's quite a boring activity, with the exception of the rare that will pop up, so while I do that, I will play you my wish list. as if by magic, we have gotten rid of over 1,500 mystery shards. That was every bit as long and boring as expected, but we got one brand new hero as indicated in the index. I just want to quickly show you what I got. Now, obviously a bunch of commons and uncommons, but also a handful of rares. Nothing spectacular, nothing other than Kyle, who I already have at level 60, with the exception of this little guy. I've not pulled Assassin before, so he is brand new. Let's just have a quick look at him in the index. I really love this entire like Japanese mythological aesthetic that they've got in the Shadow King. Base speed of 89, so not the fastest hero off the mark. He's okay. It's not like I'm in any rush to build any new rares unless they're really nostalgic, so it is honestly just nice to have a brand new hero to go onto the roster. So let's move on from there and have a look at what this has done to the tournaments and events. Okay, so nothing new popped up on the champion training tournament. I did do some training, but at least the classic arena is all done because I had to have a break from all that summoning and leveling. That is nicely secured. 5 more fragments in the bank for Khamir Scald-Eye. Let's move on to the actual event. The Summon Rush has 1,500. So I pulled these earlier because I was sending players through multi-battle. Not bad. Just shy of the 1,700 mark for these Twisted Horns here. Got another Mortal Soulstone, a rare Skill Tome. Yeah, that's alright. XP Brew, which is always nice to get. Alright, so now we need to get to 5,100. What does that mean for us? So 1,600 already secured. That's another 3,500 that I need to do just to get to this final set of fragments for the 15 for this particular tournament, or sorry, this particular event. Okay guys, let's do this. Oh, there is a progressive chance. As you can see, I've gone for Grand Oak Padraig and Deacon Armstrong. It would be nice, obviously progressive chances, it's almost like no chance, but it would be nice if we got a little bit lucky. But I'm going to be honest with you, at the start of the year I was pulling Ancient Shards and I got 3 legendaries in one go, which is unheard of in this game. So I'm pretty sure that the Mercy system is pretty much going to not give me anything. We do, however, have a chance of securing about 8 or 9 epics in this run, so that would be interesting to see what comes from that. You can see we've got quite a ways to go before any more legendaries pop up. I think I've probably, since that day where the 3 legendaries popped up, and they weren't good legendaries, so don't feel like all happy for me and anything, but I think since that day we've had about 100 goes, so I might be pushing the actual start of the Mercy system, but I am not depending on a legendary. So let's put you guys on a time lapse while we pull some new heroes. Let's see what that has done to the event. I've got first 3 fragment segments here, as well as some immortal soul coin. I've got a rank 4 chicken, some more rare twisted horns. Not a bad haul. Got another 1,500 to go before I can get the final chunk over here. So let's just have a quick look at what it would take. I can go for void, or I can go primal. I'm going to save my sacred shards for later in this particular fusion. You never know when that might really benefit me. So I'm not going to pull that last little ancient shard. He's going to go back to pulling in some new resources when the time comes. Now for the void progressive chance, I have gone for another Christmassy one, so Lady Noel. And then without any doubt, I was never going to choose any other one. Skinwalker's Akhentul. I have wanted this particular epic for quite some time. Now, you're a proper little Sphinx cat with big old claws and poison, so he's very handy, very useful in multiple places, and I can only hope, like, progressive chance is never a guarantee, but it is a something, and, you know, we live in hope. So let's pull 2 runs for this. Let's see where we end up. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever been this happy. Look at him. Hi, I was just looking at you on a different screen, talking about how it would be nice to get him, but I've got absolutely no hope. Look at you. Look at you. Spinny. Okay, watch this become one of my primary builds in the next couple of weeks. Level 5 chicken! I do like around 5 chucky. Okay, 6,000. For me to get to this, I need 2,800. It's another 3,000 just in there. Thinking of another summon rush. We're probably going to be looking at a similar distribution of points. That's 9,000 just on the sacred shards. There will be a champion chase as well, whereby I have the legendaries sat waiting in fragments. Okay, I'm going to go for this. I'm going to use some sacred shards. It's going to make a couple of the other events a little bit tight, but I did have a look at the scoring system, and I think I will be able to clear what I need to clear for Khamir Scald-Eye to still be in the bank without any issues. So let's go pull some sacreds. Now I'm only pulling 6 of these. That gives me 3,000 points. That clears the feast without any issues and leaves me with another 12 for the next set of events. Right, guys, I have managed to clear my beast. Oh my god! Claim me, claim me, claim me!
Days later.
Well, alright then, what has been literally seconds for you has been a few days for me, and we're back on with another Summoner Rush. At the point of recording, it is the 4th of August. Obviously this is going to be posted later than that. We pulled a couple of mystery shards earlier just for the day. Let's see, what do I need? So up to 2,500 for the first 10, 3,650 to get all 15 fragments, and of course there is additional looties here up to 8,700. I don't think I can be cheekily pushing this. Like, I'm going to suspect that maybe 3 to 5k is the range when it comes to champion chase. I might have to not get that feast for this one. I got it the other day, but yes, these are the points available. Pulled another sacred shard in the time since the last one, so I'm back up to 13. Alright, so let's have a look at the shard cache. As mentioned, I'm going to try and take myself just over 4,000. I might do. I mean, it all depends on how many shards I've gotten. I have a champion chase. Like, I've got resources. I'm really tempted. That feast is just another 6-star hero just straight in the bank. So I mean, I'm really tempted. But let's see what we do today. I'm thinking about pulling a bunch of voids. I might just drag this down to 1, but then I mean I can't do the 10. I wonder if there is anything good on the list today. Again, this is a bonus. This is not like a guarantee. This is not what we are chasing. We are just popping Uko on there because we can. Do I want to go for my wish list? Sure. And for void. Ooh. My head wants him. And just look at Odin. It is literally, this is pure lore. This is geekery that makes me want Odin over anything else in the Barbarians faction. So, boom, confirmed. Not the smartest choices, but then we're kind of going for a bit of luxury. This is, again, not the guarantee, not the purpose. We are chasing a Khamir set of fragments. That's all we're doing today, so we are not dedicating ourselves to this progressive chance. I am not pulling Ancients today, but I am pulling 20 Void Shards, so let's get on with it. Yes! I don't know how I got to be this lucky. Ah. And the first 5 fragments, so claim all of that. Okay, we are on 2,430 just off of that, and that, you know, mathematically makes sense. Let's close that down. We're moving on to primal shards. Now, I'm going to do 10 and then leave the remaining 3, simply because I just want to have that tiny window towards the end of the week where it is champion chase time. I mean, my heart really wants a mythic, guys. I am not banking on a mythic. I haven't even put a mythic hero on my wish list because I just know how far out of reach that is. So the mercy system is not super merciful. Just on average, for primal, you're mostly pulling rares, okay, and that's your standard rares, not your void rares, just rares. Epic has obviously got a greater chance, so out of the 10, I might get 2 epics if I'm lucky. I've never pulled a legendary from primal, and I've obviously not got a mythical. Now the mercy system for primal, after 75 summons of a legendary, your chances start increasing by 1%, so I am nowhere near initiating the mercy system for mythical. I can't help but hope so. So I'm crossing fingers, I am crossing toes, I am messing up my hair, and I am hitting pen right meow. Ah, all blue. Now, if you're early days and you pulled any of those rares, guys, some of them could still be super valuable. Let's have a look. Okay, so I have got all of them. What do I need to get to that piece of Nope. I'm just not risking it. I've gone into this, going after Khamir, and I'm not going to mess that up for a feast. I've got plenty of food with which to level heroes, so I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to do this the right way, just pace myself. I will see you guys in a few days' time when it's time for the actual champion chase, when I will clear everything else that remains. Thank you so much, everyone. I will see you, well, for me in a couple of days, for you in a few seconds.
3 days later.
Welcome back, everyone. We're on the final stages of this champion chase for Khamir Scald-Eye. So an obvious bit of math over here. We have 80 fragments, so there's 20 left to go. And I'm going to be honest, it's been a very reasonable, straightforward fragment chase event. So we got 20 fragments from the first summon rush, and then another 15 from the latest one. We just completed that. We've got a champion training event on at the moment, from which I have already pulled 5, so there's 10 remaining. So I'll do a little bit of like ticking math on the screen when I edit this, but that takes us up to 40 fragments in total so far. I did 1 gear hunters for 45, 2 gear enhancements for 55. We did the dragon, that takes us up to the 60. We did the champion training, which takes us to 70, and the 2 sets of fragments from both classic arena takedowns for the 80. So we've got this champion chase, which I'm about to do. That'll add another 15 fragments, taking us to the 95. And when this champion training is done, because it only started yesterday, I'll be 105, so I'll have fragments to spare. Now, it wasn't cheap. I was lucky to have the stockpile I have, so if you're watching this now thinking you're going to jump in on the next one, make sure that you have shards in reserve. So all things considered, I was really fortunate. I did have a stockpile of resources waiting for me to spend it, and I know obviously coming up with events is exactly what Plarium does. We've got Halloween around the corner, Christmas will be right after that, so I will be going back into stockpiling mode. I'll be building and developing all the new heroes, as well as improving the ones that I already have on the roster, and then come Halloween, come Christmas, with the next set of big events, I should hopefully be ready for those. But okay, let's have a look. Not going after the spider tournament, I do not have the energy, it's a hard grind, and I've already got enough shards from all the other events. So Classic Arena is already in the bag. Let's have a look at what's on the cards for Champion Chase. So 15 shards altogether, as well as some other resources, including 2 legendary tomes, as well as an eternal soulstone. I don't have one of these sitting in my cache. They are highly valuable, especially during events, and seeing as we are at the end of this journey and I've got the resources left, I think I'm going to go for that. So that's 10,000 points. I'm not confident that we will win this event. I don't know if we're looking at a whale here, but it's very, very early doors for this specific event, so potentially I'm not going to put any hope into taking first place, but I am going to give it a good shot. So let's go and pull some fragments. I have been saving these for a while. This little red dot has been bugging my OCD, and I finally get to pull these heroes. So let's do it. going to drag you through the entire thing here, but I'm inches away from getting Razin, so if I am lacking any points to get to the end game for this, I can always pull Razin as well. For now, I will just get Blood Feather into the roster, pop her into the vault, and start leveling her up. Boop. Let's see what that has done to the tournament. Ooh, 10 already. Let's go spend my final shards, guys. As you can see, I've got a couple of extra ancient shards as well as some sacred shards. I did get another primal one, but when I went to do this bit here, I hit this bit here. I think that was a Freudian pull. Moving on to the Voids, which is obviously always a lot more exciting. I have no hopes for the Legendary. I've been very, very lucky with my Void pulls this time around, so I am just pinning any hopes for future events and just taking what I can get. Moving on to the primal shards. Okay, let's move on to Sacred Shards. We have 15 to pull. Let's see what we can do with that. what that has done for my fusion, guys. Champion Chase. I have got all the shards except for obviously that 10,000 that will take me to getting that like a final soul there. I literally just need to complete the champion training side, and then I will have the one and only Khamir Scald-Eye. Okay, we have actually done it. We've made it happen. So, Khamir Scald-Eye is officially ours. So that is done and dusted. I leave you with a montage of all of my new polls. Let me know who's your favourite, if I should prioritise anyone above anyone else. I'll be doing a full scale review of all of them, so I'll let you know which ones are in my top 20 for development, and if I've missed anyone important on my new list, let me know. I can't do this without you guys. Stay safe out there. Thank you for joining me, and bye 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 bye.